Welcome, Marketplace Ministry. This is Chaplain Anthony James coming to you live and direct, where God is doing amazing things. God is still in the blessing business. Man, just glad to be in the number one, on this Monday night. Really being thankful for what God has already done in my life and what He's going to do, whatever that is. I'm just riding. I'm just riding the wave. I'm just in expectation. I got increase on my mind. And so at the end of the day, increase talking about souls. That's what the increase is about. You know what I mean? And just like I said, glad to be the number once again. I am Chaplain Anthony James. I am the founder of Marketplace Ministries. And, God has given us this platform. And I'm just, ecstatic about it because I'm glad about it, I get to speak to the people. I get to communicate and try to reach somebody. You know what I'm saying? If I can reach one, then my prayer is let it become a domino effect. And so, that's what it is. And that's where I'm at. My positive vibe is probably always going to be, just thankful for waking up this morning with breath in my body, in my lungs, in my right mind. Got all my limbs, 10 toes down on the ground. So I'm not under the ground, and so at the end of the day, I'm just thankful, man. And all, people that's going through, man, I pray for your family. I pray for you and your family that things will come around, things will get better. As trials, everybody has to go through trials and tribulations. I hope people go through it, but learn from those things that you go through and not to take anything for granted, not to take life for granted because, we do that a lot. And so I'm learning at my older age that, man, stop taking things for granted. Be thankful. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. Be grateful. I'm grateful and thankful today. And so, because God He's awesome, He keeps the things that's necessary to keep out of our way, and then the things that He allows to come our way to help strengthen us in our walk, especially if you have purpose on your life and in your life, you're going to have to deal with that. And so, we just thankful tonight and, positive vibes, y'all. Let's go. And, like I said, I'm on one, and I'm going to be on one till Christ says it's over for me. And I pray that it's another at least 50, healthy, strong, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I want all of that. I want all of my stuff, man. I believe we can have all of the attributes of God if we were made in His image and His likeness. We ain't supposed to. We don't have to suffer down here. We don't have to struggle down here. It's just a matter of managing. I heard a pastor just was talking about, was just preaching about, talking about, it's not about the money. It's about the management. It's about, like you hear people, they say business. But, years ago, you used to always hear these two words together. But today, you mainly just hear business, but nobody talks really about management. That's the scarcity. Nobody talks about managing things and managing their relationship, managing themselves, managing their money, managing, people are not talking about those things. And I think that's the most important thing to talk about is to become a good manager of what God has entrusted you with. And I look at maybe you're not managing the way you need to. You know what I mean? And take a good look at your circumstance now. Take a deep look. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, chap? How y'all doing? This is Keith Henry with Marketplace Ministries, co-founder, second man in charge. We got in Souls of God. Hope you guys enjoy the message, man. It's the ministry. We give out testimonies and, God souls to God. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Just running some things off, just talking about management, man. You know what I mean? How important. I just heard a pastor, actually discussing something about it, but I'm in agreement with it because what he was talking about was management. And people wonder why, God is not allowing, or things are not, because to me, money is like a magnet. You know what I mean? It's just like when you're a good manager, then it's gonna come to you.
Right.
You know, and he was also saying, look at your bank account. That signifies on, how you live.
Right.
Look at your taxes, look at your credit score. You know what I mean? These are things that we say, oh man, I wish if I had to get this. But do we really practice? Do we really hone in on those things that what God says we have to render due what season?
Right.
Do we try to get our credit scores? And we like, man, whatever. I did literally heard people say, man, listen, it can't mess up my credit no more. My credit already messed up.
Right. Right.
But then when what they don't realize is when they go try to get something, whoo, it's like they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like a catch. It's like an oxymoron. Like you say you want a house, you say you want a decent car, you say you want, you want to have access to certain things in this life. You know, money and spirit is two different
Mm.
things. Money is tangible. Spirit is not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so we even as Christians, sometimes we get caught up with hallelujah and worshiping and praising God. But man, most of that you got to go get the thing. You got to go get that. You got to go get certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so yeah, management is very, like I said, I used to hear people when they talk about business, I used to always hear
Right.
management. Hear that now.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, yo, I want to do business, man. I want to be a businessman. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a businessman. But now it's like, where's the management part at? Because without the management, you ain't gonna get far. You
Say,
ain't gonna get far. You know what I'm saying? What you say about that,
say,
Keith?
champ, man, that right there, boy, like, man, like that's so crazy because I was, I was just, I was thinking that, but I didn't put it in the word. Like people say, oh, I want to be this big boss. I want to be this big leader. I want to be this big man. But how are you managing what you are doing? You know what I mean? How are you managing? What are you doing? Because if you can't manage, oh man, you can hang it up. You know what I mean? If you can't manage, you don't even want to do this kind of stuff. It's gonna kill you almost. You know what I mean? So that's powerful what you just said, man. That is so crazy that people take managing their lives out of the equation. People take the responsibility of managing, and even include myself, and this is why I think this is, like I say, because I'm a partaker in this ministry. You know what I mean? And this is so funny that this is what I'm dealing with right now in the present that we are speaking. I'm managing my affairs better. I'm managing my documentation better. I'm managing my relationships better with my business people that I'm doing business with. I'm staying in communication with them, letting them know, hey, this is this is that. And it's just crazy how this is what we're talking about right now in my ministry. You know what I mean? So it's very, 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 very important that you have good managerial skills, because being management is not just at a job, it's not just, I'm a manager at my work. You have to be a manager everywhere you go. You have to manage your finances, you have to manage your household, you have to manage your vehicle, what I mean? You have to manage so many different things. And this is what life can trip you up at because you don't think you have to. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like you'll tell yourself anything. Oh yeah, man, my credit's so messed up, it can't get no worse. Cause that's just you avoiding accountability. You know what I mean? That's you avoiding this big old giant that you feel like you can't get over. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, well, cool. And I was there. But as of like I'm saying, probably today or yesterday, I'm really making I'm really turning the page. I'm really like, nah, I don't want to make it look. I can't even say it's me. it's God really saying, hey, you're not a good manager. You're not a good manager of the little things that I gave you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had the car, you didn't get the oil change. Okay, what you think is going to happen?
Right.
You want to have a pity party? Okay, well, hey, I ain't got time for that. See what I'm saying? Because when you knew what you needed to do, you didn't do. And this is how life do you. With your health, if you don't manage your health, you know you need to go get, hey, same thing. You have to be a manager with, and chap, this is why I love this, man, because I was thinking this equation, I was thinking, but I was so off of just saying managing different areas of your life. You know what I mean? Because me, in my mind, I'm putting in different files. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, this is, and basically, it's just managing different parts of your life and doing it well. You know what I mean? If you're a good manager, it's gonna show. You know what I mean? If you're a bad manager, it's not even like at work, because most people only think being a manager is at work. It's gonna show. You know what I mean? So that's very good stuff right there, chap. That's very
Right.
good stuff. Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson said something. You know, everybody think Mike Tyson crazy.
Mm.
Said, you don't know what a lot of money is until you get a lot of money.
Right.
And that goes over people's head. But what he was saying is, man, too much is given, too much is required.
Mm.
You asking for this big this and big that. That's why it was the parables in the Bible. That's why I love the Word of God, because you can go and get the answers from that. All you got to do is just pay attention. The 5-talent man. One had 5 talents, one had 3 talents, one had 1. It was reason why it was set up like that, because the one with the 1 talent, God knew he was going to squander that money. Yeah. God knew that. He knew it, prepared the perception of the inner city. Yeah. We got to start thinking different. We got to start thinking different, man, because we say we want things, but are you willing to manage? Are you a good steward?
Chap.
Can God can God trust you? Can he trust you to bring your family? Forget about the outside. Can he trust you to bring your family along with the little? Can he trust you to keep the lights on? Can he trust you to keep grocery in the house? Can he trust you to keep the water on? Whoo, man. Can he trust you? Or you gonna get that money and go buy you a gold chain. Go get that money and go buy you some J's. Now you ain't got now they about to cut your water off. And you cussing the man out. Oh man, where you gonna cut my water off? But you got a chain on your neck that, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about managing it. And God is blessing everything we do. I'm telling you. So me personally, I learned a lot from my dad, man. He passed away. Man, I learned a lot from that dude, because one thing he took care of was the household. And he always was getting. And he wasn't like, he got the top-notch stuff. Like, he go fishing, he get the best. But he knew that mortgage had to be paid. That was first priority. He used to put money to the side. He didn't just go take money. And we talking about managing, y'all. He managed his family. All my brothers and sisters. Man, we was like soldiers. We couldn't do what we wanted to do in my mom and daddy house, because they were good managers. They was good steward of what God gave them, which was us. They made sure we ate, we had food on the table, we had clothes on our back, we had the necessities, we had health insurance. They were good managers. And that's where I got it from. I learned from my mom and my dad. They was the first one to teach me. Not a guru that I see on social media, on TV. No. My mom and my dad, I got to give them their props. They taught me business and management in a sense of making sure my household was taken care of. Then if I step out and do something, that's secondary. And that's why God is really not entrusting people with that mammon, because he would rather let you struggle to get whatever than to give it to you and kill you. Or you kill somebody else.
Right.
Try to get it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I hope that didn't go over nobody's head. God would rather allow you to struggle to get money than give it to you, than take you out of here. But that's what it would do.
Say,
Chap.
Hey, Chap.
So yeah.
Hey, I see what you doing, Chap. You was heating up, Chap.
It's real tough. Hey, God ain't gonna because one thing about God, this is what I'm learning about God. This is what I'm learning about God. Because if you pay attention, he'll teach you. If you pay attention to God, he'll teach you. This is what I'm learning about God. You will never be able to blame God for anything. Ever. You'll never be able to say, well, Lord, if you didn't do, no. He gave you your own free will on purpose. He says, seek me, seek kingdom. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and the rest will be added unto you. He didn't say seek money. He didn't say seek a house. He didn't say seek a wife. He said seek the kingdom. Not KINGDUMB. Kingdom. He said kingdom. KINGDOM. So he's saying, God is saying, listen, pay attention. Pay attention. Because a lot of people on this platforms, they pushing people out this money. They not telling them the real seriousness about when they get this money, after they get it, or if they get it. But here's the deal, because they have the wrong relationship with it.
Right.
That's why God can't loose it to you.
Right.
So he says you're going to cast, and money is not even God's pearls. Woo-hoo. That's what God talking about. He talking about his souls.
Right.
That's the pearl he talking about. We get the twisted, y'all. These are things. God owns everything. He owns all 1,000 cattle in it. So we as believers, because he reigns on the just as well as the unjust. You ain't got to be a believer of God. As long as you got to do is operate in his principle. But I don't know how long that's going to last.
Right.
Because you can do the principle and still read. It's a lot of people that's living like hell. And they have millions and billions because they're operating in the principles. God says his children, the people of the world are doing way better than his kids. That's what he said. He said the people of the world is doing way better than my kids. Because my kids running around talking about hallelujah, hallelujah, Lord, rain the money down. Nah, he ain't giving you jack. While they out there working, while they strategizing, while they doing this and doing that. Can't get mad at them.
Church.
Right. But yeah, see, God ain't gonna loose nothing on you. Yeah, you know, man, Lord, why you blessing them? They got a blood in their mouth. But their heart is pure.
Right.
Their heart may be pure. But you run around with the Bible in your hand, your heart darker than tar. So we have to be careful, y'all. And so I got these three. Well, you got your three things?
Yeah, I got it, Chap. Yeah. You know, I'm ready.
So I got to get off for like 8:30 something, man, because, you know, this is my early, but, you know, let's get in.
Okay.
I got 3 questions, man. I'm gonna hit you with the first. You hit me with your first. All right.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Y'all, this is marketplace ministry. This is what God is instructing us to do to liven this thing up some more. So, yeah. My first question is, how serious or solid is your walk with God?
My walk.
And this is
Right.
you. Nobody has to. This is your. How serious or solid is your walk with God?
That's a very good question. My it's as serious as life or death. It's as serious as life or death. You know what I mean? It's as solid as prison bars. You know what I mean? And this is my thing. And to say that, I want to also add that it changes as I grow. You know what I mean? It's like being a father or a child or any relationship. As you grow, you can show more appreciation because now you understand the appreciation. Now you understand. Now you understand how to show the appreciation. Now you understand different attributes and different methods of the relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's as serious as life or death, and it's as side of this prison ball, and I love it because it's continually to grow. It's continuing to manifest and to show different sides of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's a good question. It's definitely serious.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay, my question to you is, uh, why do you feel Black Lives Matter?
Well, why do I feel Black Lives Matter is because first of all, we are part of the human race. And we should be important, like everybody else should be. You understand? Why I feel Black Lives Matter is because I'm a black man. And my life has not mattered in society in many cases. So Black lives do matter to me, and why I feel they matter because we're important. We are the salt of the earth. We are part of God's plan. So that's why Black lives should matter.
Okay. That's
You
a
know
good
what I
one.
mean?
Yeah, I got some good feedback.
Number two,
Okay.
will you ever want to get married and why?
Of course. Uh, I believe that it's imperative to have that foundation, to have that companionship, that trust, that bond. You know what I mean? Because we the wilderness have houses in it for a reason. The house is for you and the people you love to build and to grow and to be one away from the rest of the wilderness. We locked in this little four walls. So the people that you locked into the four walls with, I believe that as me as a builder, as a visionary, as somebody who believes that I'm building a legacy, I would want to leave that to the people that help build it. You know what I mean? That seen, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, y'all seeing one aspect, it's another aspect. You know what I mean? So the people that see that, I believe they deserve to hold that only thing that makes you who you are. You know what I mean? That only thing that makes you special. See what I mean? Because like I say, we can. Like I was explaining this to my mother earlier, and I don't want to be too long-winded, but as a visionary, as somebody who have a vision, somebody who can see a dream, you know what I mean? You can see the dream. You can see the dream, but you can't see yourself. See what I'm saying? In a vision, you can see everybody moving, but you cannot see yourself. And I say that to say the people that's around you can see you, and they can see how to help build you to the person that you are. It's called nourishment. They can nourish you, give you certain things. Hey, well, I see that you need this. Whether it's a pat on the back, or whether it's a how was your day, or anything. You know, this is why it's important to have a wife. You know, so yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Your question.
Who do you feel is to blame for our transgressions?
Well, first and foremost, what I'm learning in life, I used to blame everything and everybody for my transgressions. But since God set it all up, and if I wanted to be true and honest, I would blame him. You see what I'm saying? But because I'm old and I'm matured now, I'm matured, I can't blame him because it's all set up in place to cause us to overcome. And so I see what's going on, because this world, we live in a sinful nature, man. You know what I'm saying? We live in sin. We were born in sin. We were shaped in iniquity. So therefore, you have to live a repentant life. You're going to sin until you die.
Right.
So God is giving us where Adam and Eve were supposed to have messed everything up, but Jesus came back as a second Adam to get the order back. So he gave us an opportunity to get it right.
Right.
So therefore, I can't blame nobody.
Okay.
Because I have choices to do right, do good, or do bad. That's a choice. So the blame, I used to blame, because as a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child. So now I had to put childish things to the side and not blame no one for my actions or for my shortcomings. I have to just do the right thing for the right reason. And as you reap what you sow, that's what you're going to get.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I really don't, the blame game, I don't play that game no more because it's useless. It's a waste of energy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's in the spiritual realm? You tried in the spiritual?
No, that's natural realm. Okay. So the natural realm. Because right now, I can't say nothing about slavery. I never experienced it. I never got hit with a whip. I never picked cotton like my mama did.
Right.
You feel me? So they gave me the tools that they gave me, so it helped me take some of the blame out. Because now I'm held accountable for what I do. So they took the brunt of what was going on in slavery, but they gave us a platform to say, okay, we took this beating, so now do good in life, or do better, do the best you can in life. So there's no reason for me to blame anybody. They taught me not to blame. They taught me to hold myself accountable.
Be the change. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
That was good.
But that was a good question too. Number 3. What is a major challenge that you face on the everyday basis and you're looking to overcome? Let me read that again. What is a major challenge that you face on the everyday basis and you're looking to overcome?
Myself.
Okay.
Myself.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I believe, again, like I said, visionary, I can see everybody else. I can see what everybody else doing. But it's really me. I have to look at myself. What am I doing? You know, how am
Right.
I moving? How am I, you know, my health? You know, how is my mental? You know what I mean? You know, how am I, you know, moving? You know what I mean? So, and when you so busy looking at it, or you so busy looking at everybody else, or even like the old saying goes, when you point one finger at somebody else, it's three of them pointing back at yourself. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you're not looking at yourself, when you're not starting with self, you know what I mean? You really, it's like chasing a cat chasing its tail. You know what I mean? You never really catch it because your starting ground is not right. You can't start from three. Everything number no 0, 1, 2, 3. You can't skip a step. You can't skip yourself and say I'm gonna help or deal with every no. You know exactly, and that's why you know I feel like once I get myself to a point to where I can really have this control that I'm trying to get, I think life would be a lot better.
Okay, good. That's a good answer. And so these questions, you got one more for me, or
Yeah.
you got? Okay.
Okay. Do you believe the black race will ever truly live up to its potential? If so, how? If not, why? Let me read that again.
Go
Do you
ahead.
believe the black race will ever truly live up to its potential? If so, how? If not, why?
Well, I mean, I used to believe what Tupac used to say, that there's no hope for the future.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, dealing with God is a different mindset. All I can do is hope and have faith that things are going to change. Because and the way even how we're moving now, we're believing, we're talking that we got to be what we want to see, right?
Right.
So I do think it can change. I don't know if I'm going to be here on this earth, but I'm going to sow my seeds to help it in some fashion. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, I do believe that we can change, and we're gonna rise to the occasion of owning our stuff. Instead of stuffing our face, we're gonna learn how to face our stuff. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I believe, that the black race, man, we great people, man.
Right.
We blessed.
Oh yeah.
We blessed.
Mm-hmm.
It had to turn over, man. I don't know, but at the end of the day, man, I do believe that we can grow, we can come together and make good of who we are, and who our ancestors tried to be, or wanted to be, or inspired to be. You know, I heard Steve Harvey saying something today, man, that hit me. That what you just talked about, he said, man, y'all need to go to Johannesburg. Y'all need to go to, he said, them Africans love y'all, man. I don't know who told y'all a lie. He said, he said one of the places with one of the richest, the diamonds is still one of the richest in the world, but they try to turn them against us and us against them.
Right.
Won't never experience that. You see what I'm saying? So I do believe, man, I do believe that things can get better and will get better one day. And our our people,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so yeah, it's man, it's good, because we walking around talking about, yo, we believe to see the goodness of God, but we also talking about we want to be what we want to see.
Yes, sir.
Taking
Yes,
ownership.
sir.
See what I'm saying? We ain't saying, oh man, slavery messed me up, man, because of slavery, man. I just want to kill everybody. Nah, I used to do that though.
Yeah.
But that was ignorance. That was angry. And God says, be angry, but sin not.
Yes, sir.
That's difference. So once I grew up, I matured. I started maturing my thinking, and I started to sit back and say, man, wow, if I can incite, infuse, and empower black people look like me, black men and young black boys, man, that's powerful.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, yeah, that's what's up, man. I like that. I like that right there. I like that. Yeah. But see, that's why these questions are so powerful, man.
Oh yeah.
So all y'all who comment,
Chap, you know what else is more powerful? Listening to God and getting the questions. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole key. Well, like we was talking about management earlier. If God trusts you, he gonna have you doing certain things to manage and to lead by example. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. We're leading by example. And it's not about right, wrong. It's not about pointing the finger. It's not about I'm gonna get there first, I'm gonna get there last. It's not about any of that. It's not about grandiose. It's not about my family structure is better than yours. Nah, that was a trick from the end. That was a trick. And people people are saying oh, the enemy. Do y'all really want to know who the enemy is?
Enemy.
Enemy.
Come on.
You.
Come on.
Let's go. So at the end of the day, man, we honored, man, and blessed.
Real quick, because I want to highlight what you just said, man. Matter of fact, I need to write that down. Give a little highlight. Hey, what you just said as far as when people don't want other people to come up or look like them or whatever. However, that's the biggest problem that we face. And that honestly, as a trailblazer, you have to understand that people is gonna want to follow your trail. You know what I mean? And that's why I say to whom much is given, much is required. Because if I'm giving you this vision, it's not for you, it's to share with the world.
Of course.
This is what and you can't take this knowledge. Think about it, Chap. All that stuff me and you talk about, all this knowledge, all this content we have. All the content that we have that we don't put on the camera. See what I mean? Look how far it's getting us in life. Not even just in a financial realm, but in the spiritual realm, in the manly realm. Money don't come. That's nothing. That's the lowest thing on the totem pole. See what I'm saying? You have to be a solid individual. So yeah.
Right,
man,
right.
This stuff hitting hard, man. This stuff is hitting on all.
No doubt. A lot of people don't even know what inheritance is, man. They think inheritance is what you get. It's not what you get. It's who you become. Listen at this right quick. Learn to say that's on you. Behavior is on you. The way you move is on you. The choices you make, it's on you. The way you live, it's all on you. Stop absorbing the pain of other people. Recognize what belongs to you and what doesn't. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing we get caught up in. Now, the word of God, the fruits of the Spirit says long suffering.
Right.
So at some point, we do have to suffer because we care about people. We just can't throw them to the wolves. We just can't relinquish them to Satan. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's another level. But at the end of the day, I'm not telling nobody to get rich and then I'm explaining money to them, but I'm not telling them how to live their life in a peaceful manner. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not leading them to the slaughterhouse. I'm not saying, yo, go get that guap, go get that money. And I know they attitude is stink. They don't know, you understand? They angry. But I'm going to root them on. Like, yeah. You got 2 million followers. Woo, woo. But you out of control. He's ready to chop your head off and you don't even know it.
You ain't know it.
God is sending people like us to warn, forewarn. I'm going to use that word. That's a strong word, but forewarn in these times that we're living in, because there's so many traps set. And a lot of people don't even know because they can't see. They blind. They're blind. They don't have foresight. They don't have insight. They just operating off of the feelings of things and the imaginations of things. And so, yo, we man, I'm excited, man. We got this movement happening on April 1st.
Let's go.
Man, boys be coming in. Tap in. We're in Durham, North Carolina, y'all. Durham, North Carolina, you know, on April 1st, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come out, young boys, young men, older men, come and get fed. Natural food and spiritual food and practical food.
Yes, sir.
We got a surprise for y'all. I ain't gonna lose that. But at the end of the day, come out and fellowship and eat, y'all. We set a table. God has given us a table. We setting our table up, y'all. You're gonna start seeing our table everywhere.
Yeah.
We setting it up everywhere. And if you about the business, God's business, then you about us. So that's what we about. You know, each one teach one. I don't care how much money you got. That don't move me.
Right.
Money doesn't move me. Money almost took my life out here so many times because I had the wrong relationship with it. I'm a little bit better now. I don't put money first no more. I put souls. I put my life first. I put my family's life first. And I use that money as a tool to better our lives, to enhance our lives. I'm going to say that.
Yes,
but I don't use that money to go out there and stand on a limb. You understand? Because that money can't save you. Once the reaper come, you can't buy your way out of that. That's all the gangsters. That's all the slicksters. They couldn't buy their way out of it. They wound up hollering out to God, but I think it was a little bit too late. So we on one, y'all. We just continue to support us, continue to DM us. Like when we come up here with this stuff, make your comments, y'all. Let's have some dialogue. Y'all can even ask us questions, and if we can answer them, we will. And that's how we communicate, with dialogue. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, this is powerful, man. You know what I mean? This is really, I believe God is pleased with us, man. You know, I believe He's pleased with us because we're trying to do His work to the best of our ability. And as we continue to get stronger, and more solid, He gonna keep feeding us. He gonna keep feeding us. He gonna keep feeding us. Because if He feed the ravens, He said, if I feed the ravens and they don't have purpose, my children got purpose. Why wouldn't I feed y'all? You know what I mean?
Right.
So at the end of the day, we just got to continue to line up in the Word and communicate and connect with like-minded, you know. And so, you know, Jesus ain't coming back for the ones that saved.
Right.
He said He's coming after the ones that's lost. Because I was once lost, but now I'm found.
Yes, sir.
So now I was blind, but now I see. So now I can go out and give it to somebody else now.
Yes, sir.
I can come along, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and some of the things I'm seeing now. Because We ain't the only one on this walk, on this path.
Come on, man.
There's some others out and some more hidden masters.
Yeah.
God is getting to open up the gates. They showing up. I'm seeing they coming. I had one come to a game Saturday, AAU game. His back was toe up. He was seeking me out. He's like, yo, I got to be down with what you're doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
He said, my back is twisted. He said, but I'm here.
Right.
Because they coming out, because real recognize real, man.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in these times we living in right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crucial times we living in, man. It's a lot of sin going on. So, you know, so yeah, let's continue to just lift each other up, man, in prayer, you know, and help each other grow, man. You know, if I see your nephew, or if I see your son or your daughter somewhere, they ain't got no business, and if I see them, I hope you don't get mad at me if I check them. I'm gonna check them in love, though.
Right,
Especially
real
if
quick, Chap, this my initiative. You know, it covers everything that we do. You know, ministry, mentorship. You know, everything we do for the community. You know, it's under this initiative because this is what we're trying to do. This is why we're doing everything, because we repairing the perception of the inner city. You know,
right,
when you hear the word inner city, it gives you a bad vibe. Like, you know, it just rings destruction. You know what I mean? And my goal is to change that. You know, my goal is to change that narrative. You know, so that's what I'm doing. That's why I miss the inner city. The theme is inner city, and we changing the whole concept of what the inner city is. You know, through ministry, mentorship, and different businesses wrapped around the inner city. So, you know, that's what we got going on, man. We appreciate all the support, and we appreciate everybody tuning in what we do. You know what I mean? So this is a part of, you know, ministry, mentorship. Like Chap say, he got a class coming up on the 1st. Boys to men, we covering
I
all
gotta
bases.
bail out, y'all.
Okay.
All right, but I'll holler at you. Peace.
All right, Chap.
All right.